safe house is in there?
Yes. The temple is abandoned and well fortified.
The first Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game was an unexpected hit. It told the coming-of-age story of Cal Kestis as he became a Jedi and tried to restore the Jedi Order, all while protecting the Force-sensitive children from the Sith. But now all the introductions are done, Star Wars Jedi Survivor aims to build upon its predecessor. I can confidently tell you that the game is not only a culmination of multiple character arcs in this new compelling story, but it's likely the greatest Star Wars game of all time. To put things into perspective, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is the Starkiller Base to the Death Star. It is the super weapon of Star Wars games, and it's impressive in so many ways. From the explosive set pieces that seamlessly transition into gameplay, to the breathtaking planets that are teeming with life, collectibles, side quests and lore to discover. Respawn definitely wasn't shy when it comes to showing off just how big their budget was for Survivor. Star Wars Jedi Survivor kicks off 5 years after the events of Fallen Order. From the get-go, it is quite clear that the Empire is still on the hunt for Cal and possibly the last remaining Jedis across the galaxy. Cal stumbles across the discovery of a forgotten planet which may change the fate of the Jedi. With that being said, I'm going to avoid speaking about the story in this review. I will tell you that it takes Cal to some new and familiar places while at the same time introduces both new and old characters to the game. If you played Fallen Order, you will know how incredible the story was, and Survivor expands on this in so many ways. Not only do returning characters have their own lives going on, which are wonderfully portrayed in lore, quests and dialogue, but the new faces make Survivor a real treat. The game is filled with the same quips and dark and light story arcs and makes for a grand time. I personally enjoyed how brilliant the droid dialogue was in the game, and I would often stand around listening to their bickering and humor.
Nobody's getting past me, not without a blaster hole in him. I wonder if I'll get promoted for doing such a good job. Then I'll get the other droids to guard the cliff. Oh, but then I won't see the scenery. Now that's a dilemma.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor wants you to invest in these characters, and very early in the game I was introduced to Pyloon Saloon. This acts as the game's main hub for chatter, buying new things and so much more. Throughout Cal's adventure, I stumbled upon multiple new characters and sent them to Pyloon Saloon. I then simply could not wait to get back to meet these characters and dive into their lives. These characters became part of the furniture, and what was an empty barren pub at the start became a bustling attraction that pulled me in every time I stopped on the planet of Kobo. But the characters aren't only limited to Kobo. The galaxy is filled with creatures to meet, and most of the time they provide what Survivor calls a rumor. These are side quests that task me to venture out somewhere to do something. It helps that every planet in Survivor is vast and includes so many optional pathways to explore.
Cal, you kindly love it.
Right from the moment I landed on Kobo, I got a warm feeling inside knowing that each and every location would provide hours of exploration. There was nothing better than seeing a giant monument way off in the distance, knowing that I was going to go there. Getting to the monument is half the fun too. Cal is equipped with so many different parkour abilities, and as the story grows, so does he. Given the sheer scale of each location, Respawn has done a great job piecing together the areas and littering them with fantastic parkour obstacle courses. What starts out with just the double jump here and there became a jump, wall run, air dash through a green wall, jump again, air dash again, and grapple to the ledge. Parkour feels fantastic, and getting around each location makes exploring them so enjoyable. I often got lost going off the beaten path because there was always something rewarding for me to do. These rewards would come in a currency I could spend to buy new stuff, new cosmetics and items and materials. The items I could purchase were mostly cosmetic too, but there is a vendor I met later in the game who provided perks. This character would let me trade bounty pucks for perks. Just when I thought Survivor could not get any more ambitious, the game introduced this character and gave me something new to do. The bounty system is a tree-like grid where I had to hunt down or get hunted down by bounty hunters out to kill Cal. These hunters offer tough fights to overcome, and once killed, drop these bounty pucks. I remember mindlessly walking around Kobo only to walk into these bounty hunters by mistake and having to fight them with only one health refill, low health bar and a bar full of XP. If you played Fallen Order, you'll remember that the game followed the Souls-like genre. Survivor adopts the same approach here. In combat, if I died, I would lose my current XP and it would be stored on the enemy that killed me. I would then respawn and have to hunt that enemy down. Dealing damage to that enemy would then give me my XP back. For the most part, this system carries Survivor's intensity as much as it does other Souls-like games. I do have to say that Survivor's difficulty curve did ease me into the game quite nicely. I actually increased the difficulty about 15 hours in to get more of a challenge. I really felt this bite later into the game when the enemy numbers grew and the fights were set up to test everything I learned up to that point. While most encounters are about jumping into combat and beating things up, the game does try to diversify them at times. Some encounters allowed me to sneak around the room and take down some droids perched around the higher platforms. I could then jump down and beat the stormtroopers. If I jumped down first, I had to contend with the stormtroopers and the droids shooting me from above. These battles are far and few between, but they provided some cool ways to approach combat. They also perfectly merged into whatever playstyle I was adopting at the time. In Survivor, Cal has multiple stances I could choose from. I was surprised to see just how creative the team got with the lightsaber, given that there's only so many ways you can actually wield a lightsaber. Cal can dual wield, single wield, there's a double blade, and then the most exciting new ones include a blaster and a single blade, and a crossfire stance. The crossfire stance is a long sword that acts as a heavy two-handed weapon and is great to use. I tried to stick to the blaster and the crossfire stance most of the time, and I really loved them. The one provided a great way to shoot droids in the distance, giving them a taste of their own medicine, and the other's heavy attacks defeated enemies in a few blows. Of course, Cal has his force abilities too, and the usual blocking of blaster shots and pushing defenseless droids off the ledge felt just as rewarding. Yes, fall off that ledge, you useless droid scum. I could also invest skill points into various stances to unlock new attacks and focus on the Survivor tree for health and the Jedi tree for focus and the time stopping skill. It all works and feels great to spend time on and makes for an enjoyable time. Even the most annoying bosses had me cursing for hours on end, but I was determined and I finally beat them. Survivor also has a large focus on customization. Cal can equip new clothes, hairstyles, and even a different beard. It seems Jedis can grow a goatee in an instant, but the coolest part of this all is the lightsaber and beady customization feature. When I first saw the workbench to tweak my gear, I really thought this is nonsense, why would anybody do this? Come the end of the game, I was completely obsessed with creating new looks. I had a new look for every planet and it had to go with the theme of the planet and Cal's outfit. This meant customizing BD, my lightsaber, and my blaster to all look fabulous. My favorite combination is what I call the Balenciaga of Jedi's lightsabers. It featured a pearl shaft with an oak handle and was coated in black leather. It also had Orosinium metal finishes. I then chose the pristine quality because I take care of my stuff. Yes, you can choose what state all the equipment is in too. It just keeps getting better. The same goes for BD. It is completely customizable with new legs, body parts, antennas, and more. I could also choose the amount of polish each material had and the quality it was in too. So what started out as a feature I snarked at turned out to be one of the best parts of the game. It also helps that Star Wars Jedi Survivor is absolutely gorgeous. It is a truly next-gen game and I'm thankful that development was dropped on the last consoles to deliver such a beautiful game. It made every scene worth capturing and the large-scale set pieces which often become gameplay in a blink of an eye were unbelievable. There are some insane moments in this game, like Uncharted meets God of War Ragnarok level insane. It is a real treat and no other Star Wars game has come close to this level of enjoyment before. As a sequel, Star Wars Jedi Survivor successfully builds upon so many great parts on the original game. However, it is the new where the real magic is found. The worlds are captivating, the story is grand, and the feeling of being a Jedi has never been more real. It is one of those games you'll play and remember for years to come. So those are my thoughts on Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Huge thanks to EA for sending this code through. Are you looking to pick this game up? Let me know in the comments down below. As usual, thanks for watching and please do consider liking and subscribing and visit www.glitch.online for more gaming, tech news and reviews. Until next time, farewell.